but she don't love me. I loved her, her name was B. I loved her, but she don't love me.
What's up, y'all? Back with another video. I'm gonna be explaining the lyrics and the meaning behind the song Bia. I made the song. It's a really great song, but I never explained it. I don't want to put any of her business out there, and I have a lot of respect for her. Even though the situation didn't go that way, I'm not gonna be putting everything out there. So, I'm gonna be explaining the lyrics, and then we're gonna talk about the situation and everything in a humble and respectful, way. You know what I mean? Because it's crazy to say, through all the situations I've been through, because I make music based on how I feel and what I go through, and Andre has been there, and Young Wiz, he's been there and heard every situation I've been through, relationships, family problems, everything. At the end of the day, it's my cousin, so and not all in that, he's my best friend too, so I always talk to him. And you could say it yourself, a lot of the songs I made was raw emotions, and I could say Bia was one of the songs. Now, in the past, I made songs about a girl, right? Like, I did that in the past, like Wasted Times and different things like that. Now, like I said, Bia was different. It was something that I went through, and the song was. I'm gonna let's play the song first, and then explain it, and then you want to pause it.
Yeah, we can pause, like, if there's any lyrics you want, like, specifically explain.
Yeah, okay.
So, that'd be perfect.
All right.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, you can
there you go. Okay. Oh, God.
All right.
We're going to cut this out. All right.
No, I'm keeping it in.
All right.
Yo, 14, just got another one.
Okay.
Tell you best.
So, okay, pause it.
Loved her, but she don't love me.
So when I said "tell you best," that means in Romanian, right?
Yeah.
It means I love you. And the girl in Bia, that's the name of the song, was her name. We said that a lot, and we spent a lot of time on the phone and together. And I wanted to mention this, but I didn't know how to mention this. But I wanted to say about how the song was just literally about how it ended. But throughout the situation of us, me and her being cool, and we got really close. We spent hours on top of hours on the phone, longer than I ever did with a female. And just like almost like how it would be in like 90 Day Fiance. It'd be like how they met over the phone. They met like I think it was like on a dating app or something, and then it escalated, and I remember when we first started talking, I was like, you want to call? Because most of them girls, they don't want to call. They're like weird, and so, but she wanted to, just like she had a personality just straight like me. She wanted to talk on the phone and get to actually know each other. She was straightforward about it. So we started calling on the phone, and then we caught this bond and vibe, and we started, really relating to each other, and really started building this connection. And we couldn't hang up the phone. I know it might not be the healthiest thing, but we was on the phone for like days. I mean, and literally we was on the phone for a week. Of course, the phone couldn't handle all that, so the phone would hang up at times, and but we was watching movies and stuff, and the movie we watched together was called The Space Between Us. And if you know what that movie is, it's about a long distance relationship between this boy from Mars and this that he was born on Mars, and then the girl that was on Earth. And when he got to Earth, he went all the way out to go find her and go see her, and they ran off together. until he had to go back at the end, which is a spoiler alert. I'm sorry, but
just in case
just in case you was just gonna watch it. But yeah, that was our movie, and it was all, I would tell her, like, you know, it's not impossible. You see, he came all the way from Mars to see his girl, you know, his ride or die, and, you know, and everything. And we just bonded. We got to know each other really well. About a week or two, we was just, you know, couldn't get enough of each other. It was just that it was emotion I never felt for somebody before. And, you know, it's hard to talk about it if you think about it, because when I think about everything that happened, it just doesn't add up to how strong our bond was and how strong our relationship was. We never fully made it official that we were dating, but it got to the point where it felt like that I was dating her. And you know, she, you know, taught me different words that I never knew, and it was cool, you know. And I'm gonna let the song play out a little bit, because I can keep talking all day.
I loved her, her name was B. I loved her, but she don't want me.
Song is
I
hard.
loved
It
her,
really is
her
hard.
name was B. I
It's
loved her.
I'm just waiting till the verse goes.
I was gonna treat you right, I promise. You are a queen, yes I got it. Together we
Okay,
are
pause
strong,
it. So, I said, I was gonna treat you right, I promise. You are a queen, yes, a goddess. Together we were strong, yes, the strongest. Now, I wasn't trying to put her up on a pedestal, like, you know. I was just trying to say is like, that's how much how much she meant to me. And, you know, and I was trying to say is I was gonna treat you right, I promise. Meaning, like, you know, even though you was in another country and you was in Romania and I was some kid that's underrated in Pennsylvania, I was going to do whatever I had to do to see you, you know. And I know it's possible. Like I said, now that I watched 90 Day Fiance, I kind of like feel like it's really possible now, because they literally was just, you just had to come here and
Get the green card.
get that green. I mean, yeah, get the green card. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I was on the phone and I called you one day. I was like, I don't care what I gotta do to see this girl, because that's
like, explain, like, you were determined.
like, I had a whole notebook filled of different things. The plan that I had, because in order to be successful, you gotta have a plan. And sometimes it's not about a plan, and sometimes it's about just acting in the moment, acting quickly. It's like speed of implementation, you know, I always say, if I'm saying that right. You know, how quickly do I go and do something to get it done, to achieve my goals and get where I want to be at in life.
Dude was motivated for real. Like, you could tell in his voice, the way he set everything up. He was motivated as hell.
And the sad part about it was, I told her how, you know, determined and how I was trying to see her and everything. And it just kind of still felt like, okay, we was in the beginning, it was great. Everything was amazing. We, you know, was bonding, we was vibing, we was making all these plans, like, we gonna see each other, we gonna get married and all that stuff, the whole nine and all that stuff one day. And we was, you know, saying all these, you know, just a lot of emotions without getting too in depth and being, you know, keep playing it a little bit more, because it's, you know. Okay, wait, pause it. Okay, so it kind of like got into between that, but it was like, together we were strong, yes, the strongest. So saying, like, when we were together, our bond was so strong that we were unbreakable, that I feel like that no matter what hit us, there was nothing gonna be able to break our bond. And, you know, I just want to say it like this. This is the only time I'm really going to talk about it. Unless something really crazy happens in the future with that song or whatever, or her or everything. And I never really don't plan on talking about this again. This is the last time I'll ever talk about this, because it doesn't do me any justice talking about somebody who's still living their life and not trying to make it work with me. They obviously didn't work out. It wasn't meant to be.
Facts.
And if it was meant to be, she would have still been fighting for it. And then we'd have been, I'd have, about to tell you, sign up for 90-day fiance.
Literally, it's
but
just like,
and then you would have been able to, and it'd been able. I'm not saying it's that easy, but it's possible.
Put in the work for it.
Yeah, you put in the work, and I was determined because I felt like, I know it's a simple thing to say, but like, I felt like that. I felt like she was the love of my life, and at the time, that's how I felt, and I was like, I don't care what I gotta do. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get her. To come down here, and we're gonna spend the rest of our life together, and I don't care how hard I gotta work. She was motivating me to work harder. Now I know that's bad to do, is to put all your energy and all your happiness in the one person, where you look for them the happiness and different things, and that's my fault. That's what I gotta work on, putting my heart in everything, and putting my heart in people who don't deserve it or didn't earn it. She earned it, but then it got to a point where she gave up herself. Maybe there was things I could have did to maybe keep the pace, but just play the song. I wanted to keep going.
One day you gon' find someone else. When that day comes, my heart gonna melt. I just want you to remember how I made you feel. We had unsolved problems that day.
I know one day you gonna find someone else. When that day comes, my heart gonna melt. I just want you to remember how I made you feel. We had unsolved problems that didn't get dealt. So I was like, I know one day that you're gonna move on, if you didn't already, and you're gonna find someone else. And how our situation ended, I think the chemistry we had wouldn't match, going on with somebody else. And I felt like, and it's gonna be hard to see you with someone else, because the bond that we had, and it's just gonna hurt to see that it was that easy for you to leave something so strong, but then to get something that you think is real.
Literally.
I don't want to say fully what I want to say, because I don't want to be rude, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like with everything going on today, with today's, like, in society, when they haven't done things and experienced much yet in their life, they feel like they gotta, like,
try new things.
They gotta go and be with other people and a bunch of other guys before, when they meet when that right person comes to them in their life. They get all, and
they
then
don't know how to handle
they don't know how to handle it, so they feel like, I'm gonna go, I still gotta meet different people and see what I get that. It's just like when you're when you're picking out clothes, you found this nice outfit, and then next thing you know, it's the first outfit you stumbled across, but it's perfect for you. Then you like, I kind of want to see what else is in the store, so I'm gonna save it, and then you figure out later on that was the best outfit, but now it's not there no more. So then now you're stuck, like, you're stuck left behind. I'm gonna say it. If you wasn't riding for me then, what makes it if I did blow up? Now, this is a crazy thing to say, and I was thinking about this before I even recorded and made this video. If I was, and this is a bold thing to say, if I was to blow up, what do you think? Why would I bring you back in my life? If we didn't work out now, and you left me then, you gave up on me now, why do you think I want you when I'm winning? When I'm up doing my big things and big dreams, no matter if it's in music, it don't matter if I'm just successful in life, I figured everything out. When it gets to that point and you see that,
it's gonna be too late.
It's gonna be too late. I'd rather make up while we're young than wait until I'm young, but I'm in my prime, and I'm figured it out, and I'm that, I'm that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, to a certain degree, you're gonna miss out on something that gave you the world. And this is the thing. I want to say this because I've been thinking about this. let me say this. Girls don't usually get songs made about them. And 10 years down the line, do you think somebody else is going to make another song called Bia about her?
Nope.
Did any of your exes ever get a song
Nope.
about them? Most girls don't get a song. You realize when somebody makes a song about you, that's the strongest way, and I think not the only way, but one of the best ways you can say how much you cared about that person. 10 years, 20 years down the line, unless you tell a bunch of people, oh, he made a song about me, in somebody's the artist, and they, more than likely that's never going to happen again. And no matter how old we get, no matter when we 90, 60, or we did, that's still always gonna be remembered as I made that song about you expressing how I felt. Let's play the song, because I'll keep rambling. It's gonna get long.
Yeah.
Okay, pause. But I said, but I hope the best. Goodbye and tell you best. So I said, but I hope that just because I made the song,
No.
doesn't mean that I don't want to see you win in life. I want to see you happy. If you somehow believe that I wasn't what you needed, I want to see you meet that person that does. Even though it might hurt, I want to be there and be able to at least clap on and say, hey,
Supportive.
and support you, because I'll always care, But I hope the best. Goodbye and tell you best. Tell you best means, like I said, so I love you, and Romanian. So, and that's crazy. I don't know Spanish. I don't know really no other languages. But what stuck with me and will always stick with me is those words, because when you cared about somebody and you had strong feelings for somebody, you start to catch on to their words. Okay, so I said, oh, I hope the best, goodbye and tell you best. We had so many goals together on a quest. But I hope the best, goodbye and tell you best. We had so many goals together. We had so many goals about, the future, our dreams, how we was gonna figure it out, how you was gonna come here, we was gonna see each other, and we was gonna fight through it to the end. And I'm really gonna spill some beans on this one, but what did she tell you, Andre?
She said she was.
No, say it. Say
like
it.
she said she was gonna do all that. She said she was
no. What did she tell you what did she tell me to tell you?
That she wasn't gonna hurt you.
That she was going to take care of me and
take
make
care.
sure.
No, she literally did say she was gonna take care of you. That's the thing. Like, and I don't want to say too much. Like, without being like, but it's kind of just like, how are you gonna make that promise?
But you love me. I love her. Her name was D. I love her, but she don't love me. I love her. Her name was. Can't make this to get you back, but I do think about how you're doing if you're still on track. Just hard to text you when I can feel you're not attached. Not attached, not attached, not attached. All day. Oh no, wish I could have seen you sooner. Still talk to the afternoon. Now I'm just sad cause we threw ya. And now I just miss you cause you my boy, yeah. Cause I put a sign, not a clue, yeah. I made this song cause I got no.
But I didn't make this to get you back. But I still think about how you're doing and if you're still on track. Just meaning like, I hope, I still care about you. I still want to make sure you're getting to your goals. I still want to make sure that you're healthy and you're taking care of yourself. I still want you to be the best you can be in life, and I, that's why I say I still, hope that you're still on track, and then I said, just hard to text you when I can feel you're not attached, meaning like, I want to text you, I don't know how to say this. I want to text you, but I can't. because not only would it be looking like I'm not moving on because I am, but it also makes it like it's pointless. Why text somebody when they told you dead to your face that they don't love you? It's like, damn, like, you know, you're supposed to be riding for me like I'm riding for you. I'm sorry to anybody else, but all them other relationships, I didn't really love them. Like, I hate to say that, but like, I put so many other people in pain because I was trying to move on, but I was only hurting others. And that's mainly my fault, is I let that happen because I shouldn't have got with them people in the first place. But I hurt other people because I still haven't healed from Bia. That's why I made this song. And I posted it when I was in the middle of a so-called relationship, which that's a different story. It wasn't really a relationship. But yeah, I mean, am I missing something? Like, you know,
you pretty much got everything. Like it's just
like it just
strongest emotion.
Yeah, it wasn't like I poured my heart out after she did hear the song, and we did work, thinking we were working out. You know, to say, going back to I love you and all that stuff, you don't just love somebody and then say that you are still hurting about them, and then you still miss them and stuff, and then once things start getting back to normal, of us start getting back in each other's life, then you pull the knife back out and you start jabbing harder. That's the craziest thing. And that's why I don't feel like I would ever have to text her again and tell her, like, I made up with her. I told her that, I asked her how she was doing and everything. You know, and that's a dumb thing for me to do. But it's because I couldn't. I believe in second chance. I believe things, and I believe I give you one chance, I give you a second, but I don't give thirds. I don't give third, fourths anymore because I don't want to get walked over. Like I said, I feel like at that point, she need to talk to me. She got to work something out with me. She got to text me, hit me up, almost damn near beg for me back. You know, and if she ain't trying to figure out a way to come see me, then what's the point? Because I poured my heart out, and I can't even explain, even from a video, I can't even explain the emotions I felt. Well, just imagine it this way: somebody, you meet the right person that you feel is everything for you, and then, you know, y'all vibe. It wasn't even like I was just feeling that way. She was feeling the same way about me. We would spend hours and hours on the phone, watching, you know, movies together. We talked about our life and how our dreams and, you know, all this stuff. And then there was incident, and then it was done like that. And you know, the song, yeah, it's just crazy.
To get you back, but I do think about how you're doing. If you're still on track, just auto text you when I can feel you're not attached. Not attached, not attached, not attached. Update, no. Wish I couldn't seen you sooner.
Okay, but I was like, no update, boona. And I was, you know, no update, boona means good night. You know, wish I could have seen you sooner, because, you know, it means good night. So we would say that before we go to sleep, and I would say that, you know. I felt good too, because I was like, shoot, I never really knew no words. You know, I never really knew no words. You know,
bag.
Yeah, so I was feeling good. I was like, yeah, I'm like, you know, but wish I could have seen you sooner. Wish that I could have speeded up the process so we could see each other quicker. So maybe things would work out. And then update Bruno, wish I could have seen you sooner. And then, you know, we talked to the afternoon. You know, we used to talk all night and she had different hours. So when I'd say going to sleep, she'd be waking up. Yeah, she'd be waking up. And when I'd be still up, she'd be going to sleep. And we would adapt to each other's sleeping schedules and different things, and we would talk, and there'd be times we'd fall asleep on the phone, and then we'd wake up and would talk, and she'd wait for me to get up, and then she would talk to me, and then, you know, and then things got weird.
After no, then I'm just saying 'cause we through it. And now I just miss you 'cause you my boy. Cause I'm for the sun, not a crew. I made this song 'cause I got no.
Okay, pause. Now, all the other stuff is so self-explanatory, but this part, I made this song because I got nothing to lose. Meaning, like, I had nothing to lose by saying this. That it was over, we were over, and when I made a song about Bia, the relationship was over, and I felt like, at least, if I could do anything and say anything, we're not gonna talk again, I want you to at least know from this song on how I felt. You know. So, yeah.
But wants to cruise, just wants to cruise her, but she don't love me. I loved her, her name was B. I loved her, but she don't love me. I loved her, her name was B.
I always love the beat after because it makes you want to sing again.
Literally.
I'm about to sing again. I loved her, but she don't love me. I loved her. Alright, now we're going to do some questions. Now, I kind of talked throughout the video, so I'm not going to add that much. But this is what I wanted to say is that before I forget, and I knew this myself, but I never told her this, is originally there was supposed to be a better alternate version of the song. It was supposed to be, there wasn't supposed to be, like, of course Bia got made because of the heartache, but after we had worked it out, and even before then, there was supposed to be originally a song made to say how happy I was with her in my life. But I actually had that idea that either to revise the song, and before that to make a song. I didn't know I was going to use that beat. The beat kind of wrote what I was going through, the emotions. But I'm saying is that before I did think of a song that I could make that was saying how happy I was and how I met this, you know, I met her, the love of my life, and how I felt. And when she was, you know, saying about all the, you know, how it was about me hurting you, whatever. Yeah, but like, stories do change, and some don't. And I believe that it could have been changed, and it could have been avoided. I mean, of course, the song, she was trying to say like, oh, if I wouldn't have did it, if I wouldn't have hurt you, she was trying to say it in like a not so harsh way. If I wouldn't have hurt you, that song wouldn't have been created. That's not exactly true. That's not exactly true. That type of song and flow wouldn't have been created, but another song that would have been happier and would have been more upbeat, and it would have still happened. It just wouldn't have happened as soon and as quickly. Yeah, sorry, the phone rang. So, yeah, she took it as is if I wouldn't hurt you, like almost like kind of like making it
seemed like that was the only
it was okay that you hurt me because I made a song. You know, I made a song that was extremely good. It was a great song. I didn't make it to get you back. I wanted you to know how I felt, like how I felt and how strong my emotions were for you, and how even if you move on in life, of course I want you to be happy, but even if you move on in life, that the emotions I felt for you, no other guy would have did that. And that says a lot. For you to love somebody that you never met yet, and you had emotional connection. Now I believe some of the old heads, you know, everybody would be like, oh, you need to have physical connection. But no, physical connection, sometimes when you see each other, it be mainly lust. Now I'm not saying is that we saw each other's pictures and we didn't think, oh, they're cute and stuff. But after me and her didn't start loving and liking each other until we got to know each other. Hours and hours and hours, consistently. Longest person I ever talked to on the phone was still to this day is her. You know? It's still to this day and always will be her until when I do eventually get myself together and I move on, will be her. I mean, that next, be another person that maybe that will happen. But, yeah, I mean, do you have any other questions?
Shoot.
Because,
To be honest, most of them, like, literally all of them were...
Because I hate...
Okay, there's one. Lessons learned?
That's a great question. I put my heart into someone who wasn't fully giving 100% yet. And that's where I feel like I messed up. And my lessons learned is that I need to be patient and get to know the person and see and fully feel them out. Show more strength to hold back my emotions,
So keep them open.
And let them, instead of keep my heart and everything open for somebody to stab. It's like, I always say this, I saw like a meme or whatever about it's like, it was like a piece of glass, and girls, when they see that you gave them your heart, when they have that your heart, they just basically just drop it on the ground, and because they have that power, and they know that you care that much about them, they just basically drop it on the ground and let it shatter.
Why do you think she wasn't 100% into it?
I think she wasn't 100% into me because, first, I felt like maybe how strong I felt after we did get back together, and after the song and everything, we came back together. I kind of feel like I was rushing it, and I think my emotions, I was coming off very strong because after going through different relationships, I realized that I haven't moved on because I felt like I actually did love her. So when I was jumping all these other relationships trying to move on, I realized that my heart was still attached to her. So it was, it was hurting. So I personally think that maybe it was just because I just maybe think it was, maybe, I don't know, it's kind of hard to assume. I want to say maybe it was somebody else. Maybe it was just the fact that she just wasn't ready for something like that yet. And like I said before about sometimes I feel like people feel like in this day now is they get something valuable and they take advantage of it, and they feel like they're not ready for it. Yeah. After watching 90 Day Fiance, I realized that, and I didn't watch it at the time, I didn't even know that show existed, but after watching it and seeing how strong and how the bad situation to watch out for, and then when things all work out and you keep fighting for somebody that's international relationship, as they would say, fighting for somebody who's far thousands of miles away from, creating that bond, that emotional bond, and then bringing it all together when you see that person in reality, and you trying to, like, I get it, the hard part is when it becomes reality, when now y'all gotta find out how to live and how to support each other and where you're gonna work and all that stuff. But it's a beautiful thing when it does work out. And I feel like if she would have just stuck through it and fought, I kind of got off the topic of it, keeping it around the song, but the song comes with a meaning behind it because it was about someone. And I feel like because I put my emotions too much in her, and it caused her to see a piece of glass, and it was on concrete, so she threw it on the ground. Didn't care. So, yeah, so after watching 90 Day Fiance, I see that it can work out. And it's a beautiful thing when it works out. It's happy to see. I love seeing other people do things that, and it's kind of hard to watch because I think about it and I'm like, dang, like if she would have just hung in there that day, the risk was big, but the reward would have been so much better. And now you have nothing. But I appreciate y'all for watching. This is going to be something else trying to edit this. I'm just going to tell my future self. But I appreciate y'all for watching. This is the last time I could say talking about this, for a long time. I hope the best for her, no disrespect, a lot of respect for her, and I hope she does big things, and Yeah. Hey, I'm going to keep going up, and every time you see me, you're going to just see me keep doing great things. And that's how I'm ended. Okay.
Yo, 14,
This
you got
for
another
Bianca.
one.
Tell you best. I loved her, but she don't love me. I loved her, her name was B. I loved her, but she don't love me.